We can apply external finishes, conventional or hemp-based, internal flooring, and then we have the upper floor hemp within 1 to 2 years.
So if we could ask Mark to come up from Ciircl to get us started. Matt will be our timekeeper, so if the presenters could keep an eye on Matt.
Look, Andrew had a great introduction to what we've been doing over the last 12 to 18 months. I think when we started off with the ambition of demonstrating how we could build mass-produced modular homes, which was our ambition through sustainable measures, we thought maybe we could do this out of hemp within 1 to 2 years. We thought this was a great opportunity to bring hemp in as an alternative product, building product. We've realised it's not going to go like that. It's going to go much slower. It's going to take a lot longer to get the market to the sophistication that we think we need in terms of, particularly in terms of certification, to get where we need to be. So the outcome from that has really been that we've been working through a systematic approach to modular homes. It starts everything from class 1 through to student homes, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But primarily we're building on conventional housing products that can be substituted in due course into hemp-based products, and that's really important for us. Otherwise, we're going at a stagnated pace. We're not able to develop into the market we're trying to work into. When we talk about what we can do, and you would have seen this briefly from Andrew earlier, we're working from, in terms of housing, we do other sectors as well, but from housing, we started with detached housing. We work into multi-generational. We have terrace housing, townhouses, manor houses, so a whole typology. We have our own pattern book of products and typologies. We're working into Aboriginal housing as a system approach. We've got a live project at NDIS that we're looking at in Toowoomba at the moment. We've been in discussion with Landcom around some of the disaster recovery housing in Lismore. Then, of course, stack systems with the apartment block, and we'll talk a little bit about that shortly as well. I'm going to go super quick. I know it's only 8 minutes. But principally, we're about delivering high-quality housing en masse, high volume, with exceptional quality. It's really important that when we talk about sustainability, it's about quality, not from construction, but for operation as well. So when we talk decarbonisation, it's largely about the ability to bring in alternative materials, particularly hemp, into what is almost a conventional system. From a consumer market point of view, from mortgage, from insurance point of view, what's really important is that we're able to demonstrate that certification at high quality. We provide great range in our typologies, so we can look at brick veneers that could be substituted with hempcrete at maybe a later stage. We're looking at internal linings that could be plasterboard from day one, but ultimately would be a hemp-based product. So there's a whole range of opportunities to substitute conventional building products with hemp-based products. And again, we've been in multiple discussions with some of the largest housing builders in Australia, Stockland and Mirvac. We're working with Landcom, excuse me. We're also working with a number of other developers through subdivisions, through future work. There's a huge appetite in the market. The good news is there's a huge appetite in the market to develop hemp products. We've just got to help transition from what is almost hypothetical into real. We have two primary systems. One is a panelised system. This is where we started. Panelised systems are constructed typically or fabricated off-site. Again, we bring them onto site. The assembly is done on-site, so the quality assurance, the engineering certification occurs off-site. We've also got a volumetric system where we build housing in parts. Again, that's done off-site, so we have the engineering and the quality control done off-site and the assembly on-site. And these are all a series of components that are interchangeable, so we have floors, walls, we have solid walls, glazing walls, so we can have great flexibility in our kit of parts. Again, all assembled off-site and primarily conventional, but long-term. We'd love to see these as hemp-based products. We go through full engineering, they're fully designed and developed. We've got a mock-up here, a one-to-one mock-up. Talk through that fairly quickly. We've got a head joint of a lower wall, a floor panel. All of this is hemp with a steel node. But we can apply external finishes, conventional or hemp-based, internal flooring, and then we have the upper floor here. We've been working with Brett. I know a number of you will know Brett at Hexcore. So this is a Hexcore product we've been working with him on. And again, we have a fully systemized approach. Everything is done off-site, brought onto site. Floor ceilings, we can interchange openings, windows. We can have standard insulation, hemp-based insulation. The intent is that the system is ready to go. We're ready now to deploy the system. It's the ability for us to exchange those materials. We've been working with BlueScope. We've got roof systems. We can work with, again, BlueScope or with ColourBond on conventional roofing systems. And within the flooring, again, all of this can be assembled off-site, so we can get conduits for services within the flooring. We can get great quality finishes, all applied off-site and then deployed into site condition. Interestingly, we're also working in stack systems, so multi-level systems. We're working on a container, again, using the chassis of a container system and bringing in hemp-based products for party walls, floors, ceilings, and then ultimately we'd like to bring in facades, whether we can substitute GRC or precast panels with hemp core or an alternative hemp product. And again, we've worked through this tirelessly over the last 12 months to verify and validate the engineering and our certainty around the product, and we're now translating that into market. And again, these are systems that are replicable. They're based on modular, so you get the efficiencies of modular housing, the efficiencies of modular systems and deployment, all of those great things that we like to see and we enjoy seeing, and then they can be overlaid with hemp products. We're also looking, that quality is not just exterior or the composition, but it's also how we bring hemp into the internal spaces. Again, it's about quality, it's about great spaces, whether they're with joinery that can be hemp-based, flooring, wall systems that can be exposed or covered with plaster, render. But it's about quality, it's about certainty, it's about delivering really great outcomes. The backbone to what we do is we have what we call a digital marketplace as well. This is a virtual catalogue of all our parts, so they're pre-verified. We've gone through LCA, or we're going through LCA testing at the moment. And it's not just for us using our products, this is open source, so other builders, developers, architects can have access to this, and we also measure ACCUs and have that decarbonisation count. So again, the opportunity for ACCUs to become part of a currency of construction would benefit all of us. And fundamentally, it's made in Australian products. So, super quick, where are we? Well, we're looking at multiple application as hemp into construction. So we're looking to replicate and substitute conventional building systems and materials with hemp-based products. It's really important for us, internally, externally, floors, ceilings, anything that's cementitious. We'd love to see that as a hemp-based product. I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that. And of course, you'd have seen yesterday an example of an I-beam that I think the Hex core guys have been working at. We think we're a little way off of replicating structure, but we're currently have timber and steel frame structures that maybe one day become hemp. And we're expanding nationally. We've been recently opened a studio in Brisbane. We're talking into government architects about modular home. They've got a modular housing program going in Queensland at the moment. We're talking obviously around the Olympics. We're talking to universities and hotel developers, particularly with the stack systems. What we're looking for today, well, look, we believe we've got an extensive marketplace of projects, clients and developers. We're self-funded. Everywhere where we've got to today has been off our own back as a more conventional architectural practice. So we're looking for collaborators, investors, funding partners to help us take that to the next level.